everyone, I'm Natalia Bilbao, and here's what's happening in LA this week. If everyone would like to direct their attention to the right-hand side, you'll see the famous Mulholland Drive, which can get blocked with tour bus traffic. Get ready to video. We have a new tour bus ordinance coming up now, which will mean no stopping for photos.
We're here today unveiling the new tour bus ordinance, which really focuses on select streets and making sure that as tour buses navigate Mulholland Drive, that they do so in a safe manner.
Right here, in this location, we are going to be unveiling no stopping, no standing signs, which are meant to keep tour buses moving along and not stopping in locations where they have historically stopped and have created safety issues along the roadway and for residents here.
The streets that most of these tour buses navigate on weren't designed to manage or handle tour buses. Many of them are narrow, they're older, and so really it becomes a safety issue for the residents and the tourists alike.
We're really hoping that we can have compliance now by the tour bus operators and owners to instruct their drivers to please obey these rules so that we can continue to bring visitors to see this beautiful highway and all of the views contained in it. We really hope to have that compliance. And if we don't, it's going to make it harder to access Mulholland.
It's a huge change in the way the tour buses are going to conduct their business, and we recognize that, and we've also started our own educational campaign because our goal is voluntary compliance. There's a major safety issue in these streets, and we cannot police this city without these great partnerships.
So this is important for us to be able to ensure that tourism can happen, but that it can happen in a responsible way. In a way that it doesn't impact negatively our communities, in the way that it doesn't impact the safety of our neighborhoods. The goal of this work is to have tourism happen responsibly.
To Reseda, where a complete street is finished and now ready for action. 2.9 miles of upgrades make this everything a street should be. Pedestrians can feel safer, bus riders will benefit, and the protected bicycle lanes are a real revolution.
So today we're celebrating the grand opening of the Reseda Complete Street Project, which provides a lot of safety improvements for pedestrians, bicyclists, and cars.
So today's a big celebration. We have been planning this project for 7 years, and it represents what streets should be, where it has all the amenities, it has protected bike lanes, it has bus bump outs, it has bioswales. This is what a modern street would look like for maximum mobility for everybody. So now with all of these completions, we now have a continuous bike lane that goes from the top of Reseda all the way to the 118.
There's a wide variety of safety improvements here to help make pedestrians more visible, to help with boarding buses more safely, better demarcation of bike lanes to separate them from traffic. Overall, about 2.9 miles of safety improvements.
This isn't just one council district, this is many council districts, and that takes a special amount of effort and work and coalition building in City Hall. So I'm really excited to be here with Council Districts 3 and 12, making sure that we are working our hardest to ensure that people right here in Reseda have the safest possible routes to travel as they are walking, as they are biking, as they are taking buses, and any other way they want to travel along these streets.
I'm so glad that we're leading a lot of the efforts here in the Valley to do projects like this. It was extra special for me because I grew up here in Reseda and I actually rode my bike on this very street and unfortunately also got hit by a car while riding my bicycle when I was in high school here. So I'm glad that we are protecting our bike riders.
It's a lot safer now because I ride a bike all the time. I go 20 miles when I'm not riding my unicycle. So having this here instead of no lane at all, I don't have cars honking at me literally. Or people come alongside of me a lot of times and they'll tell me, get off the street, you belong on the sidewalk. And then the other people say, get on the street, you're on our sidewalk. So you got to stay in the bike lane, basically. It's the best way you could possibly fix it.
So the old way of designing streets, you know, when I first came out of school, it was mainly about making streets work for cars, but bicycles and pedestrians were not given a lot of thought. And so the way we design streets now is to take all three into account and make sure it's safe for everybody.
The city has piloted these complete streets. This was one of several streets that was a pilot program to see what it could look like in other areas. So this is a good example. It gives us the kind of connection that we need, being this really important Reseda corridor that cuts through the center of the West Valley.
LA's Department of Civil Rights hosts a unique fair where locals pitch their project ideas for neighbors to vote on. These fairs are taking place in 6 traditionally underserved zones, and community members get to vote on how to spend more than $5 million of public funds.
We are in Gladys Park in Skid Row to kick off our LA Repair participatory budgeting vote process. Today, people are able to vote on any community-based organization's program to improve the quality of life. The community members have voted to say what they need in this geographic area. And of course, we're doing this all over the city in 9 neighborhoods. This is giving real people real power over real money here at Skid Row. So we have a number of service providers that are here looking for votes, and the voting process goes from now all the way until April 7th, where people from the community have real ownership of where dollars are spent.
Some of the resources that people can take advantage of here are the fact that they have these incredible get out and vote initiatives on these incredible budgeting proposals. So if you want to find a way to get involved, especially with this been voting season, there's different resources and materials around there, as well as housing initiatives and job placement resources too.
Just to let folks know, these are leftover COVID dollars, and people may think, what does COVID dollars have to do with participatory budgeting? We want you to know that these are the 9 communities that were hit hardest by the COVID-19 crisis. But these are also the same communities that suffer with overcrowding, rent burden, food deserts, digital divide, environmental hazards. These are the same communities that light up when you think about the 1930s redlining maps. So structural and institutional racism has impacted all 9 of these communities, and even here in Skid Row. So we wanted to make sure that we provided resources to help the people who help the people.
It was important for me to be here today because I have lived unhoused before, and I know what it's like to not know where you're gonna sleep at night. I know what it's like to not have a meal and hope that someone will give you a chance. I'm just gonna prove for housing or even just getting into shelter. And so it was important for me to come here and show people you wanna be the change you wanna see. So I wanted to show these incredible, beautiful people of Skid Row that I too have been unhoused, and as a Black trans woman, if I can do it and now be housed, don't give up, you can too.
The requirements to vote are pretty simple. You need to be 15 years or older, live, work, or study in these neighborhoods, and have the right to vote. You can go to repair.lacity.gov to vote, or you can come out to one of our in-person voting sessions in your community.
For information on the many communities supported by LA Civil Rights, visit the department online at civilandhumanrights.lacity.gov. Starting from scratch, No Ruse or New Day marks the Persian New Year, which takes place at the spring equinox. Celebrants, including many from LA's Persian population, came together at City Hall to enjoy good company, fresh food, and the special No Ruse rituals.
We're here in City Hall, and we've just had a wonderful celebration of Nowruz, which is the Persian New Year. We had a lot of wonderful members of the community, both folks who are here in City Hall and throughout Los Angeles, coming together to celebrate this holiday.
It's a very ancient ceremony. Rus means day, so it means a new day and a new year. So it's the first day of spring, which is a new day, and we try to start everything from the scratch, to be happy, to be together for peace and love and family gathering. It's a very nice event, and I'm so proud of being Persian.
We have a very large Persian community in my district, but in the city overall. And one of the great strengths of this city is our diversity and how we embrace each other and embrace each other's traditions.
Today I'm so proud to be here with my colleagues. I understand we have over 300 plus engineers from Iran working for the city of Los Angeles. Iranian people, they love to celebrate, they love friendship, they love new dress, they love parties, and they love to have something to be recognized.
Happy New Year and Happy Nowruz.
Felony charges for retail crimes, air travel tips for spring break, and the first Black female LAFD firefighter is honored. These stories up next on City Beat.
California Attorney General Rob Bonta has announced more than 27 felony charges against 3 suspects involved in organized retail crime. Retailers of high-end designer goods were targeted, resulting in losses of over $300,000 in smash and grab and flash mob robberies. Los Angeles Police Department, LAPD, Organized Retail Crime Task Force, ORCTF, found the suspects had operated across 6 counties in California. The suspects were found to be selling stolen merchandise online through social media and were also in possession of a handgun. For more information, visit the Office of the Attorney General at oag.ca.gov. Los Angeles International Airport, LAX, has some travel tips to help make your spring break travel experience safe and enjoyable. Arrive at least 2 hours before your scheduled departure. This allows time to check in, check your bags, proceed through TSA security, and get to your gate. If traveling internationally, LAX recommends arriving at least 3 hours before your departure time. Pre-book your parking. Facilities can reach capacity quickly during high travel months, but you can plan and book your parking ahead of time. LAX is undergoing multi-billion-dollar construction improvements, so you are reminded to plan for possible delays. For more travel tips, visit flylax.com. At a recent Fire Commission meeting, the Los Angeles Fire Department, LAFD, honored the first Black female firefighter on the force. Having served in the U.S. Army as an intelligence specialist, Delisa Davies joined the LAFD in 1984 and worked in fire stations throughout the city. Davies worked on prioritizing women and minority recruits to the fire department, and in 2009, she was promoted to captain. Although Davies retired in 2015, she has continued to mentor and encourage firefighters at every stage of their career. For more information, visit LAFD.org.
Three female leadership trailblazers were on hand to treat other women to a community brunch at the Downtown Women's Center. While everyone was gathered for Women's History Month, it was also a reminder that many women are in need of some support.
We're at the Downtown Women's Center, where our city attorney, Heidi Fieldstein-Soto, has hosted a beautiful brunch for our residents who live here in permanent supportive housing in honor of Women's History Month.
We have had 3 firsts altogether. The first female mayor, the first female fire chief, and the first female city attorney.
The mayor and the city attorney typically aren't the best of friends. When women lead, women go about it a little differently. We were going to lead in partnership.
Our residents residents got treated to a beautiful brunch and time in community together, and felt so supported by our city attorney, by Mayor Bass, and by the chief of the fire department, Chief Crowley.
All three of us were here to celebrate what's happening in this downtown area in regards to celebrating the women who at times might need some help.
It's important for Los Angeles to understand that on any given night, about 20,000 women are literally experiencing homelessness. And it's Downtown Women's Center's mission to end that, but we all need to be a part of the solution.
The work that the Downtown Women's Center is doing, it is amazing. They are feeding women, housing women, getting women into permanent supportive housing, providing health services, providing mental health services, and addressing the needs of our unhoused women.
There's training, there's opportunities, and we're here to support the efforts.
Forward, especially for people in positions of leadership, that we're doing everything possible to open up doors for other women and their opportunities.
If I can achieve what I've been able to achieve with a lot of assistance and guidance, okay, it's there for you too. So I hope that that's a takeaway.
We are not giving shade to the trees because they give us shade and so much more. Clean air, storm protection, and lower temperatures. Arbor Day 2024 gave us the chance to celebrate and cultivate all the tremendous ways trees add to our lives.
Who's ready to get dirty with their hands? I don't know about you, but I'm ready. We're gonna dig our hands in the soil and we're gonna plant new trees. Let us strive to protect the lungs of our planet.
Today we're celebrating Arbor Day 2024, and we're celebrating at the Sylmar Recreation Center here at the park. And we are having a tree planting ceremony as well to commemorate Arbor Day. Our LA Sanitation was able to garner $1.5 million from CAL FIRE from the state of California to be able to plant about 1,200 trees throughout the city of Los Angeles. In this area, we will be planting 128 trees, or just a little over that.
And these trees are going to help sequester carbon, help with stormwater runoff, shade this community. Today's event is the tree planting, but there's also a resource fair for the community. So we have 29 different nonprofits and different vendors here giving out information, opportunities. Different departments from the city of Los Angeles are here providing support to the community. It's a great event to come and celebrate trees and to celebrate the earth. Lo que estamos haciendo hoy es dándole la oportunidad a la comunidad para venir y con su esfuerzo plantar árboles en la comunidad que van a dar sombra, nos van a reducir el calor en la comunidad, especialmente aquí en el Valle de San Fernando, que se pone muy caloroso.
But it's important also for the community to know that the city of Los Angeles not only seeks money from the state to plant trees, but we also give away trees. And we do that throughout the year.
Branch out and enjoy more of LA's trees at your local park, and check out more events at laparks.org. In the heart of the NoHo Arts District, the North Hollywood Rec Center staged an Armenian cultural celebration. Dance and musical performances, along with traditional crafts, all shone a spotlight on the celebration's theme of resilience and continuity.
We're here at the North Hollywood Recreation Center, of course, in the heart of the NoHo Arts District. Today's event is a series of performances by Armenian performers, dancers, singers, musicians, and others. We have a whole array of small business people who are sharing their traditional Armenian crafts and other wares here.
I love it. It feels very warm being here with our people. Our parents would always tell us that family is the most important thing.
We are Armenians and we love dance, culture, family, and every year we gather, especially in April, to remember the genocide, the history, but we have to continue to be here and live in the present.
We have done many, many celebrations throughout the city for celebrating and lifting up and telling the stories of different cultures, and today is to celebrate the Armenian culture.
This is a place where all cultures come together and we're able to share with one another the richness of our traditions.
In this week's feature story, we caught up with Lieutenant Jennifer Grosso of the Los Angeles Police Department. Grosso is the first female in LAPD's SWAT unit. Where Grosso has led, she hopes others will follow to increase the number of women in the LAPD.
Being the first at anything is difficult, and I didn't really realize that when I decided that I was going to try to be a SWAT officer. The team had been in existence for over 40 years. They'd never had a woman in their ranks, and there were many that thought that a woman did not belong there. And I'd like to think my dedication, my hard work, my competence, my capabilities kind of persuaded people, changed opinions. The reason I was interested is that, like, if they can do it, I can do it. Just knowing that when all else has failed in the field and patrol or gangs or detectives are unable to handle the situation, they're going to call SWAT. I think women are underrepresented in law enforcement. We need more women. People in our community, they have a right that when police officers show up, they see people that reflect them. And the fact of the matter is that 50% of our community is female. Women, we tend to solve problems a little differently than our male counterparts. I think we can only get better as a law enforcement agency if we hire and promote more women. And I think our community needs that and deserves that. Sometimes with my tenure on the job, as I kind of approach my 29th year, that I've had a lot of influence on young officers, men and women alike, and oftentimes I'm approached by officers in the field to thank me for kind of opening a door that had previously been closed. We have female pilots, we have female canine handlers, we currently have a female SWAT officer. The only obstacles in our way are ourselves, and we need to get out of our own way and take what we're entitled to. I'm grateful that I was contacted about speaking on behalf of women for Women's History Month, and I'm excited that we're celebrating women and the contributions that we've made to this organization. My intention is to definitely leave this place better than I found it and help any women that I can along the way while I'm still here.
In this week's Things to Do, LA Maker Faire, the Big Read 2024, and Cabrillo Marine Beach Cleanup. All this up next on Things to Do.
Los Angeles Public Library's annual Maker Faire is on and you're invited. They call it the greatest show and tell on earth. Prepare to be inspired. Maker Faire and City of STEM looks to the future and gathers engineers, artists, scientists, and crafters together to showcase their projects. Exhibitors include museums, NASA, and tech companies, and they will have activities, workshops, and one-of-a-kind experiences for all ages to enjoy. Los Angeles Public Library Maker Faire and City of STEM is free to attend. Reserve your spot on Eventbrite. Head to the Los Angeles State Historic Park for the Los Angeles Maker Faire and City of STEM, happening on Saturday, April 6th, beginning at 9 a.m. For more information, visit losangeles.makerfaire.com. LA's Department of Cultural Affairs, DCA, invites you to take part in the Big Read 2024. On Sunday, April 7th, enjoy a reading and discussion circle on this year's Big Read book, Can't We Talk About Something More Pleasant? A Memoir by Roz Chast. Rife with laughter and tears, Can't We Talk About Something More Pleasant? A Memoir is a New York Times bestseller and a National Cartoonist Society winner. Chast's memoir provides comic relief for anyone experiencing the loss of elderly parents. The Reading and Discussion Circle is free and open to the public, with a free copy of the book provided, along with free coffee and tea. The Big Read 2024 Reading Circle takes place in Herman Park on Sunday, April 7th at 10 a.m. To find out more and to let them know you'll attend, go to artintheparkla.org/events. Springtime means spring cleaning, and that goes double for the beach. Join Cabrillo Marine Aquarium educators and volunteers for their monthly beach cleanup, clearing the shore of marine debris. April's beach cleanup takes place on Saturday, April 6th at 9 a.m. The monthly beach cleanups are a great way to help out while enjoying the outdoors and learning about the marine environment. The beach cleanup is free and open to the public. Children must be accompanied by an adult. Volunteers meet at the steps in front of the John Olguin Auditorium. That's beach cleanup at the Cabrillo Marine Aquarium on Saturday, April 6th at 9 a.m. To find out more, visit cabrilloMarineAquarium.org/events. And that's a look at some things to do.
And that's all for this week. I'm Natalia Bilbao, and from all of us here at LA This Week, thank you so much for joining us. Remember that you can watch us online anytime at lacitywiew.org, and we're also on Instagram, Facebook, X, and YouTube. See you next time for more LA This Week.